Greeting of the day, my dear students. I'm Naveen, and students, today I'm going to talk about verbs. Okay, so in your previous classes, I'm very sure that you have already, you have gone through these ideas and these, points. What we are going to discuss today, I'm very sure about it, and definitely you have taken something out of the lesson, right? So, students, read these sentences first, but first we are going to discuss how does a verb work, a kind of definition, okay? So, basically, verbs are words that show the action or state of being. It means a verb is a word that tells us something about a person or a thing. A verb may tell us about a mental action, physical action, or state of being, right? What a person or thing is, or what someone owns. So that's all about the verb, the definition given here, the kind of uh, details I have already shared with you here. So let's discuss these sentences. Read these sentences. Nancy likes cats. Monkeys eat bananas. We love our school. You like to read. And in the other side, Nancy and Tara like cats. A monkey eats bananas. So the difference that we need to understand here, students, that how does a verb work with subjects, with plural subjects and singular subjects, right? So first we discuss Nancy likes cats. Likes is the verb and subject is Nancy. So Nancy is a singular subject. So that's why it remains, we need to add here s after like. Like is the verb. We know that doing word, and we need to add s because we are talking about Nancy, and that is singular subject. Nancy likes cats. It means Nancy को cats पसंद है, or it's like a hobby. It's like a his attitude or behavior. That's why we use present simple tense, and when we talk about present simple tense, we need to use these kind of verbs we are discussing here, right, students? The other sentence, monkeys eat bananas. Now we do have plural subject, monkeys, and that's why we are using eat. Okay, so in all these sentences, there is a point, or there is a kind of agreement, between verb and subject. So आगे हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि सब्जेक्ट का वर्ब के साथ एक एग्रीमेंट भी है, राइट? जैसा आपका सब्जेक्ट है, आपकी वर्ब को उसके अकॉर्डिंग ही काम करना पड़ेगा, या उसके अकॉर्डिंग ही बिहेव करना पड़ेगा सेंटेंस में, राइट स्टूडेंट्स? एज यू कैन सी हियर, नैंसी एंड तारा, टू subjects, it means plural subjects, and that's why the verb like. Okay, so it remained like. So for singular subjects such as Nancy and monkey, he and she, singular verbs such as likes, cat, eats and loves are used. For plural ones such as Nancy, Tara, monkey is used, जो verb इनके साथ use हुई है देखिएगा, plural as like, eat and love. So remember these points, okay students? There is one important thing that you also need to remember here with I and you. When we talk about I and you, when the subjects are I and you, then the verb is always be plural. Okay, remember one thing, आपकी verb इनके साथ हमेशा plural ही रहेगी. For an example, so the verb like is used in the last two sentences. As you can see here, you like to read, I like to read. Does not matter who, the plural and singular, because the both subjects seem singular, but आपको यहाँ पे इनके साथ ये रूल याद रखना है कि you and I के साथ आपको जो plural form है वही use करनी है, right? It means you don't need to add s. Okay, so now here the subject and the verb in a sentence must always match. Remember this point, which is very important. The subject and the verb in a sentence must always match. दोनों को, जो मैंने अभी पहले भी बात बताई आपको कि there is a kind of agreement between subject and a verb, okay? And verb in a sentence must always match with the subject and the verb. दोनों को आपस में मैच होना जरूरी है. This is called subject verb agreement, in short SVA. Okay, so now we have some tables here Read the tables below to learn more about the usage of singular and plural verbs. Use of singular verbs with singular countable nouns. That chair is wooden, so that's by is. Okay, as you can see here, with uncountable nouns, the milk in the pot is bad. Is singular form. Okay, so I want you to do one thing here, students. I want you to read these statements or sentences at home, and definitely you will have ideas. Okay, now let's move on. Let's move to the second page. There is also a kind of table here which is about plural verbs. Okay, first there are plural verbs with plural countable nouns. Those chairs, those we know that we use for plurals. And now chairs. Okay, chairs and are wooden. Those chairs are wooden. Okay, so this is the table, students. You need to go through at home, and definitely you will have ideas. If you will face any difficulties, any problems, and then I'm here to help you. And very pretty soon I'll share the exercise of the chapter. Okay, and the first one actually I can tell you now here. A. Circle the subjects and underline the verbs. What we need to do here, we need to circle the subject and underline the verbs. Okay, Jing is a good hockey player. Circle the subject. So Jing is the subject, it's been circled, and underline the verbs. Is a good hockey player. So is a verb. It means state of being यहाँ use हो रहा है कि वो क्या है. So is ये underline होगा. Priya and Rakesh dance well. Dance is the verb and Priya and Rakesh are the subject. So यही आपको करना है students यहाँ पे sentence में. Okay. Verbs with without objects. Read these sentence. कुछ verbs ऐसी होते हैं जो without objects के आप use कर सकते हैं. The girl drove a car. The girl drove. Now there is a two different thing. The girl drove. What she drove? What she driven? I mean, the car, a car, right? And the second one, the girl drove. She drove, but we are not sure what is being driven or what was the object, right? So that's why verbs with and without objects. Okay, so I want you to go through this para at home. In the first sentence, the action of the verb drove passes from the girl door to the car. Okay, receiver. In a sentence, the door is the subject and the person or thing affected by the verb is called the object. So remember, students, one thing here. In the first sentence, we know that the action of the verb जो drove था, जिससे पता लग रहा था ये action है, from the girl. किससे हुआ है? Girl से हुआ है. And she was the door of the action, right? And to the car, receiver. और जो कार यहाँ पे बात है, यानी कि जो doer है उसने तो किया, but who is the receiver at the moment? It means the object, right? So that's why you need to also go through these kind of sentences, and then you will definitely have some ideas. Okay, let's move on and solve some other points. Let's look at a few more examples. Verbs without objects and verbs with objects. Abhishek cooks well. What we have discussed just before. Abhishek cooks well. So Abhishek cooks well. Now we have a subject. Abhishek cooks, the verb, and well. Okay, Abhishek cooks pasta. But we don't have the specific object here. It means verbs without object, correct? And verbs with object because Abhishek cooks pasta. We know that what he cooks. We have that object, okay, which is affected by Abhishek and related to this verb. Okay, so that's how it's going to work, students. Now what we need to do here, we have B exercise, then the other R, C, D, E. As soon as possible, I'll share these exercise in your class group after the these holidays or these vacations that we have here. So then I'll share the exercise with you. Till the time, just go through the videos and try to learn more and more. Okay, students, so don't forget to like and subscribe our channel, and share the video. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great